with promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code Beck. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
AM 560. The Answer.
The only millionaires that are left are all the pensioners. See, but they won't tax income. They just want it to be worded that way in the memorandum of understanding among morons in Illinois. It'll just go to net assets. And then, whew, all the guys who thought they were in on it in Winnetka, you're going to find out you'll be the ones they come for in the first place. This is a promise of a Soviet revolution, the likes of which Americans only read about. And the only reason we have the luxuries we have is because this used to be called treason. Now it's called the Democrat Party.
Carried out by the people themselves. Mass organizations will have a central role in a socialist society. These voluntary-based organizations will be involved in the day-to-day management of the affairs of society. So the reorganization of housing under socialism has to do with the rational distribution of this abundance created by capitalism, but is being held hostage by the capitalist class. Now, some in the socialist movement want to distance themselves from the efforts of the hundreds of millions of people in the world, in the global south, to construct socialism over the past century, since 1917, when the first successful socialist revolution took place. But
which one are you talking about, stupid? The one that cast Russia into 72 years of a prison island, or the one that destroyed China? Which one are you talking about, whore? See, imagine now, Squirrel, sitting on a plane. It induces Tourette's.
Hey, Cleo! It's the f***ing Cleo! Nice horse.
That was me, listening to this.
I feel uncomfortable. Oh, thank you. We're smuggling cocaine.
Ladies and gentlemen, working alongside me in the cabin today are Deborah, Amy, and
I'm a drug mule.
That's exactly. I almost got arrested on the plane.
we in the PSL uphold both the achievements and the lessons of those socialist projects and see our efforts here today in the U.S. as a part of that historical project. It's easy to condemn, but they made revolution and reorganized society on a socialist basis and have taken on.
This is the Fourth Reich. And from now on, and I'm dead serious, Squirrel, on the show, this will be referred to as the rise of the repulsive Fourth Reich. There will be no Democrats anymore. They are not Democrats. They are a Fourth Reich.
On all of the challenges that come with the reorganization of the political and economic system. The socialist government would move to shut down the over 800 U.S. military bases across the world. We would bring the troops home, and the U.S. would be denuclearized. So a wave of revolutions would likely take place in the world if people win socialism here in the U.S.
Oh, God, this is when you got to just calm yourself, Squirrel. After all, vast majority of us, people listening to this show around the country, around the world, we come from Nazi slayers. Oh, yeah, big time. Socialist killers, commie killers. That's what America is. And here we are dealing with the ones that we thought were your representatives who reveal themselves now not only to have beady eyes and stupid, but they're commies too.
So lawmakers would have to vote on this and then approve it, and then it goes for the vote of the people. So you might be asking yourself, why did they decide to have Chicago voters potentially have a say on this first?
Because you're the communist mafia capital of America. And the upper echelon is probably at Manny's right now, basking in a corned beef commie sandwich. Shaun Casten vowing to repeal tax cuts for those of us that work under a bill that was passed by law.
I think there's a case to be made that some of what the Trump White House is doing is direct violations of congressional laws like the American with Disabilities Act. We are pursuing.
Is that because everybody who votes Democrat is a moron? I don't think it technically qualifies for a disability, but it is kind of funny that you're all so fracking stupid.
Litigation where we can to push back on that. In some cases, we're having some success, but you can't really. The cutting in funding That was done by an act of Congress, so you can't say they're breaking the law. And so, we're basically going to keep fighting to repeal that whole damn bill, once we get the gavels back.
The tax cuts. You mean that? They have to. You see, they're running a fraud that is never ending. This is the great Ted Dabrowski from 7.5 years ago.
Illinois residents pay some of the nation's highest taxes. One of the big reasons? Illinois is drowning in government worker pension debts. According to data from Moody's Investors Service, Illinois has a total retirement shortfall of $530 billion.
By the way, in 7.5 years, that number he talks about, double it.
That means on average, every Illinois household is on the hook for $110,000 in state and local debts. If we focus on just state pensions alone, every household is burdened with $65,000 in debts. That's 8 times more than Indiana, 18 times more than Iowa, and 20 times more than Wisconsin. Pension costs already eat up more than a quarter of Illinois' annual budget. But if the state actually paid its true pension costs, then those costs would consume more than half the total budget, crowding out spending for all other core government services. Illinois has the worst pension crisis of any state in the country. It's the nation's extreme outlier. How did we get here?
Morons, promising, taxing people who have something, revealing themselves as the true and only face of greed that exists in America today. The welfare roach.
Another push by some state lawmakers and former Governor Pat Quinn to raise taxes on millionaires as a solution for property tax relief and better funding for public schools.
Is it $14,000 a month or $16,000 a month? Now your pension, you have 2 pensions. You make over $20,000 a month. How many of the people who voted for Pat Quinn? What am I talking about, squirrel? Vast majority of the people who continue to vote Democrat are all in on this phony scheme that doesn't exist. Only in the mafia does it exist, which is why it's only sold by people who want something for nothing over and over again.
Millionaire's tax just got another follower. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee recently signing an income tax surcharge in his state's 2027 budget.
You remember when you grew up poor? No matter how much money your parents didn't have, what they used to tell kids? You remember that? You could do anything. It's America. You could be anything. You could do anything. Well, in the modern Soviet states of America, the ones led by the Democrat mafia, they guarantee limitation and extortion. The best way to be worth millions in a Democrat mafia-run state is to be a part of the government, just like the Soviet Union or Havana, Cuba. 312-642-5600.
Broadcasting from the petri dish of corruption known as the state of Illinois. In the upper